Hey girl. Okay, I officially finished The Picture Bride. It was so interesting because that was something I could possibly picture my great-grandparents. Something similar, like having my great-grandma be so young. She was 17 when she crossed, and then having to meet her future husband. Although we don't have records of that being exactly what it is, I'm so glad you saw that my great-grandma was sent for. But it is something that we can assume, especially for that time. Like you said, it's scary having to go across the sea at 17. I know at 17 I was really nervous to go somewhere else. I've learned a few things about how they've done some farming back in the day, especially if they work on a certain plantation. After we met last week, I was able to tell my parents and my friends and my boyfriend about what it means to be a picture bride, and I asked them if they knew what it was, and no one knew what it was except my parents, because I think they're older, but the rest of my friends didn't know what that was. It was fun to tell them, like, oh, this is what my great-grandma was. They really made a living together. It's good to look through all these memories and see how their children remember their parents. My grandma being the last to pass. I don't want to sound gloomy, but there's no one really left to carry those memories of them, except of what we have on record. I did reach out to my aunt. My auntie shared with me one of the quotes that you had in your presentation about my grandma, my great-grandma. My great-grandma Kuyo passed when my grandma was 11 years old. She was a religious person who loved God and was always playing hymns from the piano in their home. Her favorites were Love at Home and God Be With You. My grandma remembers sitting on her mother's lap while she sewed from the sewing machine. She said one time my grandma put her hand under the needle out of curiosity and she got stabbed with it. My great-grandma Kuyo made cracked seed and inari sushi for their snack shop that they had up in Kualapu'u on Molokai. I also shared with her the link to the video. She hasn't shared her thoughts, but we were talking about how it'll be a great day when I get to meet my great-grandma and she gets to meet her grandma, and we'll get to know their stories a little bit more. Since I said that, my auntie said that all will be revealed and we'll know why we are the way we are. It does spark a little more conversation with family and being able to share what you shared with me to others. It's so fun and exciting to understand the history of the time and truly why they are the way they are. I'm glad I got to watch The Picture Bride just so I can imagine what it was like back then for my great-grandma and my great-grandpa. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Like, truly, this is so awesome. It gets me excited.